So in this part of lecture, we will talk about automatic feature selection. So the main topic is feature engineering or feature selection. So adding more features makes all models more complex. And so in the previous method, where we use we increase the features or try to include the more or complex features. But in adding more features, it increases the chances of overfitting. When adding new features with a high dimensional dataset, in general, it could be good idea to reduce the number of features that are most useful or discard the rest of the features. We need to focus or choose only the most useful features and discard the rest of the features. So in the first case, we increase the number of features. Now we are going to discard or remove the features. Uh, this can lead to some simpler models that generalize better. When we discard the feature, we can also generalize better. But how we can know what the good features are? So there are three basic strategies which are used for the automatic feature selection. They are called as univariate statistics, model-based selection, and iterative selection. These three methods are used for feature selection: univariate statistics, model-based selection, and iterative selection. In univariate statistics, we compute whether there is a statistically significant relationship between each feature and the target. We check that whether the target and each feature and the target there has some relationship. Then the features that are related with the highest confidence, they are selected. The features with the highest confidence, they are selected. In the case of classification, this is known as analysis of variance, ANOVA. It, where we check the each feature and see that how, if we vary that feature, how the target or the performance affects. A key property of these tests is that they are univariate, meaning that only considers each feature individually. Consequently, features will be discarded even because univariate considers only each feature individually, and checks for its targets. So if some feature performs well when combined with some other features, it will also be discarded if it does not perform individually. So this is the drawback. Univariate tests are often very fast to compute and do not bring the building the model. On the other hand, they are completely independent of the model you want to apply after the feature selection. So to use univariate feature engineering, so in scikit-learn there is a function f underscore classify for classification and f underscore regression for regression. And it chooses a p-value and a high p-value. P-value determines the threshold, and high p-value means that there is less likely or unlikely that the feature is related to the target. If the p-value is high, it means that feature has less related to the target and could be discarded. The methods differ in how they compute this threshold. The simplest one is being best k select k best. It selects a fixed number of features and select percentile. So we can say that you need um, 10 features, 100 features, k number of features, or you can say that we need 50% of the features, we need 25% of the features. So this is the two way we decide that. Let's apply the feature selection for classification on the breast cancer dataset. To make the task a bit harder, we will add some non-informative noise features to the data. Now we select the feature selection. We expect the feature selection to be able to identify the features that are non-informative and remove them. We expect that our algorithm can identify the non-informative features and it can remove them. So let's try. So it is the breast cancer data set. It loads the breast cancer data set, selects the percentile, how much percentile we are going to use. So deterministic random. So here it is going to add noise to the data, and first there are 30 features and 50 extra noisy features they have also been added. So it performs some calculation like this, and then it gets the original shape is this one. Sorry, when we add the extra features, noisy features, then the dimension was 284 instances, and each instance has 80 dimensions features. And then when we use the feature selection, automatic feature selection using ANOVA, it reduced to feature dimension reduced from 80 to 40, about 50%, because we set the percentile of 50%. So we select the percentile of 50%. So from the 80 to it selected only 40 features. And how these 40 features are basically, we had 30 features, then we add 50 noisy features, it increased to 80 features. From the 80 features we get a percentile of 50%, and now we get only 40 features. Among these 40 features, 30 will be the original features and 10 noisy features will also include in this. As you can see that the number of features are reduced from 80 to 40. We can find out which features have been selected by get support method. We use a method called get support, and it shows that these are the 80 features, and 80 features, the feature 1 is selected, 2 is selected, and this feature is not selected. This feature, the last feature is not selected. This one is selected. 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So there you can count it. So these are the, from 0 to 79, these are the features. Some of the features are selected, and the black one are selected, and the white one have been discarded. So as you can see that the visualization of mask, most of the selected features are the original features, and most of the noisy features, they were removed. However, the recovery of original features is not perfect. Let's compare the performance of logistic regression on all features against the performance using only the selected features. We compare the performance for all features and the selected features. So when we run this code, piece of code, all features mean 80 features, and selected features mean only containing performance using only 40 features. So when all the features include all the features, the performance is 93%. And then we include only 50 percentile of the features or 40 features, then the performance has increased to 94%. So univariate selection can still be very helpful, though it is much larger number of features that building a model on them. Univariate feature selection can still be very good and very helpful when we have very large number of features for building a model, and it is infeasible to include all of them, or we can see that there are so many features which are completely uninformative, then we can use the univariate features to remove some of the features. The other method is model-based feature selection. Model-based feature selection uses a supervised machine learning method to judge the importance of each feature and keeps only the most important features, most important ones. The supervised model that is used for this feature selection doesn't need to be the same model for the final supervised modeling. The feature selection model needs to be some measure of importance of each feature. This feature selection model, it generates some measure of importance. So it will include two model, one model for feature selection and one model for training or classification or regression. Sorry. Decision tree and decision tree based models provide a feature importance attribute which directly encodes the importance of each feature. Linear models have coefficients which can also be used to capture the feature importance. Linear models, they also have the coefficients. And linear models, for example, sparse coefficients, models with L1 penalty, linear models with L1 penalty, they can learn sparse coefficients which only uses small subsets of features. So this can be viewed as a form of feature selection. So linear models can also be used as in the form of feature selection, but can also be used as a pre-processing step to select the features for another model. So this here it is being used as a pre-processing step for selecting some other model. In contrast to univariate selection, the model-based selection consider all features at once. So capture interactions. So it captures their interaction. So to make a model-based feature selection, we need to use the select from model transform. We use the select from model transform. And sklearn. This is the from sklearn ensemble. It is including the random forest, and it is using the threshold. It is using as a median. So select from model class selects all features that have an importance measure of the feature greater than the provided threshold. To get a comparable result to what we got with univariate feature selection, we use the median as a threshold. We want to get the same or better performance using the univariate, and the parameter that we use, it was the threshold was median, so that half of the features will be selected. We used a random forest classifier with 100 trees to compute the feature importance. We use the random forest for feature importance. So this is a quite complex model and much more powerful than using univariate tests. So let's fit the model. Sorry. So now we are going to fit the model for this transform and see that original features, it has original model has 80 features, and the L1 model with L1 regression, it has 40 features and learned by automatic feature selection, and they are learned by model based feature selection. Uh, again, we can have a look at these features. So features selected by using the random forest. These features have been selected using the random forest. And now we are going to look at the mask and see that. So these are the features, representation of the features which are selected and which one are discarded. So it's almost the same that what the original features were. Because this time almost all of the original features were selected because we specified to select 40 features. Some of the noisy features were also selected. Let's look at the performance. So L1 test, using L1 test, we see that when we have the L1 test and automatic feature selection using model based selection. So now the test performance is 94%. With the better feature selection, we also gain some improvement here. So here we also get some improvement using the 94. It was 94% using ANOVA. It was 94%, and now it is, I guess, 94 point or comparable performance. So this was the second part of the lecture, where we discussed the automatic feature selection. And in automatic feature selection, we talked about univariate statistics, and then we talked about model-based feature engineering. Next, we talk about the third method, which is iterative feature selection.